Hey guys, it's Chrissy. I am so excited to show you this new thing that I just found. We have had chickens now for about 3 years, I'd say. Yeah. And we all love hard-boiled eggs, deviled eggs. We have pickled eggs. Love that, especially when you have chickens, because you don't feel like you're wasting it. But peeling the hard-boiled egg is for the birds. And I actually, before we got the chickens, bought an as seen on TV item that would peel the egg after you hard-boiled it, and I ended up sending it back because it did not work, and I had to pay the shipping to me and the shipping back, so I ended up paying like $40 for something I didn't have. So I was pretty perturbed about that because I never do the as seen on TV, but I saw this and I'm like, oh, alright, I need something, and this is before I even had chickens. So now that we've had them, I've seen these things on TV that tell you about, shaking it and all these different things. Well, today I have found a way, without spending any money, that we can get this done, and I am so excited to show you because you're going to love it. It's like, maybe people already know this, I don't know, but I just found this out today, so I am like, winner! So you take a fairly large pot. This isn't a super large one, not the biggest one that I have, but it's pretty big. And then you put it, I've got it about 3/4 full of water, and then put about 2 tablespoons of salt, and if you're like me, we just guesstimate. And then 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Once again, guesstimate. And then wait for that to come to a boil. So one thing I have found is that we have well water, and adding that much salt and vinegar, it boils so much faster, which is awesome. But anyway, this is about how much I let it come to a boil. And then these are our farm eggs. So then you just spoon them in. Spoon them in. And this is hard to do with one hand, so I'll just show you one more. I'm going to spoon them in. I'm going to add them all to it, which the last time I think I did 9. But I'm going to go ahead and do 12 this time, and then I'll show you at the end of the boiling what it looks like. Okay, so you get them all in there, and then you let it come back up to a boil, which mine pretty much stayed that way, and then you turn the heat down to medium. I have an electric stove, so I'm putting mine down to about 4.5, and then you put the lid back on, and you set the timer for 12 minutes. So then at the end of the time, you just turn your heat off and put it under running cold water. Pour all the hot water out and then put it under running cold water until the water feels cold for 20 minutes. Alright, so once the timer goes off, you go ahead and obviously pour the water out and leave a little bit, I don't know how much, but to where in this pot about halfway up the eggs. And then I've got one of these one of these Cajun Batter Pros that is used for fish, chicken, eggs, or mushrooms, whatever. You know, one of these. Alright, so then put the eggs and water in here. You're going to love this. Alright, and then shake it for 10 seconds. Alright, here we go. So then the egg is not peeled, but watch. You start pulling it off. And it just falls off. Like, seriously. Like, unbelievable. Here, let me show you again. So you know how normally we pick. Put this through here. All you gotta do is just get a hold of one. Boom. Done. It is just unbelievable how quick this is. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. I mean, if anybody has any tips or hints to help me make this better, please let me know, because this has been like a lifesaver for me. I mean, I absolutely love deviled eggs. I love making them for parties. My spouse loves pickled eggs, but making the hard-boiled eggs and then peeling them and everything else was such a freaking hassle that it made it to where it wasn't fun. I mean, like, you postponed it as long as you could. And one thing that he told me that his mom used to do, which was really helpful, was to use a spoon. You know, you crack it and use a spoon, and that helped, but it still sucked. So I'm telling you, like, look at this. The skin's not breaking whatsoever on any of these. And I actually had one on the first batch that I did that the yolk actually came out and the egg was still intact. So, I mean, this is just showing you, like, look at this. Really? It's like, holy cow. Alright, so during this little time that I've been talking to you, I have literally peeled a dozen eggs. Done. What do you think? Is that freaking awesome or what? I mean, why didn't we already know this, for one thing? And for another thing, now that you know, what are you going to do? Cook hard-boiled eggs all the time. Peace. Love Jesus and praise God. See you next time.